Happy Thursday. I'm back today to talk with a report from the insane red state in which I live, that is the state of Ohio, where we have two legislative proposals that are that would result in complete abortion bans. One of those is, I'm glancing at my notes here, House Bill 598. That one is addressed as a straight-up abortion ban with no exceptions. Possibly there may be an exception for life of the mother in that bill. I haven't looked at it closely, but nothing else. Complete abortion ban, House Bill 598. The one I really want to talk about, though, is House Bill 704, which is the absolutely insane attempt to define fertilized eggs as persons. Why is this a bad idea? So many reasons, okay? But let us start with the fact that a fertilized egg doesn't actually create a pregnancy. Okay, eggs generally, if people are getting pregnant in the normal way, fertilization happens somewhere in the fallopian tube. If things go very bad and that pregnancy implants in the fallopian tube, then you have an ectopic pregnancy, which is a life-threatening condition. If things go normally, your fertilized egg travels down the fallopian tube and implants in the uterus, and that process generally takes about a week. So to be clear, defining personhood as beginning at fertilization is a unnecessary and unenforceable attempt to protect fertilized eggs in the fallopian tube before they ever reach the uterus or implant in the uterus, before a person is even pregnant. Now, I don't even want to go down the rabbit hole of dystopian possibilities of how these persons, might be, how the state might attempt to protect fertilized eggs that haven't even been implanted yet. It's just dystopian to even think about this. Of course, some obvious things would be that this would lead to a ban of Plan B, right? Plan B, or probably also IUDs, right? These are both contraceptive. Listen to what I'm saying, contraceptive, right? To prevent conception, which is a slippery term, right? Conception, many people use it to mean fertilization. I would use it to mean implantation. But so there are some obvious ways that this would be applied in order to, frankly, ban contraception, because now you can't prevent a fertilized egg from implanting because it's a person and it has rights. The next really obvious problem with this type of law is that it's going to destroy IVF, right? In vitro fertilization is a process through which multiple eggs are fertilized in petri dishes, right? We used to call it test tube babies. The goal of this whole process is, in fact, to have a baby. Okay, so really pro-lifers, pro-birthers should love IVF because the goal of it is, in fact, to lead to more people having babies. But in the process of IVF, since multiple embryos are created and only the healthiest ones are implanted back into a person's uterus, you end up with the problem of excess embryos, right? A law like this, that is personhood from the moment of fertilization, would very obviously prohibit the destruction of embryos, which is the cheapest alternative that is generally used in reproductive clinics. Ask me how I know this, because I've been through this process, okay? The other alternative that you have is to freeze the unused embryos, and that, of course, comes with costs. And me personally, I was billed for those costs, even when I had declared that I wanted the frozen embryos to be donated to another person attempting to get pregnant. So, all kinds of issues here, but there is a question about whether, if you declare personhood from the moment of fertilization, can you even have IVF anymore at all? Because does even freezing embryos become a threat to the personhood of fertilized eggs? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question. But if I were running a fertility clinic in the state of Ohio right now, I would be looking for a new line of business or a new state to operate in. And that is really, really sad news for anybody in my state who would like to become a parent. So that's it for today. Please subscribe to my channel, because then I can do these live. Thanks.